name is Gardy, and I have a guest that's zooming in. I'm going to let her introduce herself, and we're going to find out everything that she has going on. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Hey y'all, my name's Miranda Allen.
Miranda, where do you train out of?
I train out of Gracie, Baja, Texas under Professor Dracolino.
Okay, and was that your first introduction to combat sports? How did you end up there, and how are you enjoying it?
Yes, that's where I've trained at since the beginning. Um, I've been training there for almost 3 years. My brothers started originally, and then my dad always wanted me and my sister to get into it, and I never really wanted to at first because I was doing gymnastics, like that's what a little girl's supposed to do. So I never like fighting was never necessarily like on my radar, but then my dad brought me in to try it, and I was like, okay, this is actually pretty fun. So it ended up going out pretty well, I guess.
Yeah,
So
cool. Did the gymnastics translate over? Did it help at all, that background?
I thought with my balance, I didn't have very much balance in gymnastics either, but I thought it would help more in jujitsu. But I would say my flexibility really helped.
Okay, cool. So you have something coming up, and I know that you compete a lot, but there's submissions on the shore coming up. What do you know about it, and when is it?
So it's March 19th at the Booker T's World Gym Arena in Texas City. Honestly, I don't know too much about it right now. I kind of just saw on their Instagram that they're going to be in Houston. I'm like, oh, that looks super fun. Like, why not? Always love competing. So I was like, I'm gonna sign up and see if I get a match. And thankfully they're able to find me someone, and I'm super excited about it.
So it's an all-girls card, from what I understand. So it's all females. What is that? Is that special? Or does that mean anything to you? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it does because a lot of other super fight promotions, you'll look and I'll be watching the fights. I'm like, dang, like I haven't seen a female match in like a while. Like there aren't very many on the card. So I think it's cool to be able to watch so many like good women competitors be able to compete and showcase their talent in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and they're competing. Well, I meant to say they're from all over the place. They're not just from the Houston area or even from Texas. They're coming from everywhere, like all over the country.
I don't know, I think that's super cool. I feel like I'll be able to learn a lot watching all their matches as well.
Do you have any teammates that are going to be on the card?
Yes, so I have my teammate Lilia Cantu. She's one of my favorite training partners. And then my sister actually just got put on the card. So this will be her first super fight. So I'm super excited to watch her too and be able to compete on the stage with her. And I want to say that's all from my school.
Mm-hmm. I saw the Lilia Cantu that she taught a all-female class at Carlson Gracie Houston. I think that was last night.
Yes, I was able to be her dummy for that class. She was going to show the moves on me. Yeah, it was super fun. Learned a lot. She's really great.
Yeah, okay. And you mentioned your sister has her first super fight, but you've competed in super fights before, right?
Yes, sir. I've done a couple sub 100 pros, a third coast, and a fight to win.
Mm-hmm. You also, I think, weren't you on the 3CG?
Yes.
Yeah, they had some as well.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy that more than tournaments, or what's your thoughts on it?
Okay. I think they're like way more fun but there's also a lot more pressure on you because it's just one match going on instead of like other matches and people watching everyone else. It's kind of just like all eyes on you. But once you're on the stage, you're kind of just focused on like what you're doing. But I think they're a lot more fun to me. But I mean, of course, I love competing in general. But these ones, I feel like they're a lot more fun.
Yeah.
And like,
So how old are you now? And I guess what kind of goals do you have going forward?
so I'm 14 right now. For this year, jiu-jitsu goals wise, I want to compete in the Pan American in Florida in July, I believe. And then I want to do the jiu-jitsu cons in September. And then I'd love to get on another fight to win because my last fight to win experience was not super great. I didn't do super well in that one. So I want to like make a little comeback, I guess. And then kind of just whatever opportunities there are, I want to start training a lot more because I feel like this more in the summers I train a lot more. Um, so hopefully then I'm looking to do more IBJJF because I've done a lot of local tournaments. I haven't traveled very much or like done any big tournaments, just kind of whatever's in the area, and that's about it.
Yeah. What kind of support does it take from your family to be able to do that, travel or do IBJJF?
Well, my parents, they kind of both work a lot, and my dad travels a lot. So when my mom does have weekends off, she likes to come and watch us. And I think that's great. Um, I don't know. And if they are busy, I have great teammates that will let me go up with them whenever, like the Cantus. So, but yeah, their support is really great for competing and going places.
Yeah, I had the chance to interview once before. I think it was at their house, and that was before
Yeah.
3CG Kids 4. It took place in Scout Bar, and it was just, it seems like it's a family. And anytime I talk to a team, especially the people at Gracie, Baja, Texas, that's kind of the theme around it. It's like a family there. Would you agree?
Yes. Yes, we are definitely all family. Whenever someone's down, like we're always there for each other. And I think that's really important because yes, it's great to have like a connection on the mats, but a connection off the mats, like that's what really bonds y'all together.
Mm-hmm. What kind of goals do you have outside of jiu-jitsu, or does like combat sports take up most of your time in your life?
It does take up a lot of time. I'm usually at the gym a lot or I'm doing homework. I'm homeschooled though, so it makes my hours super flexible and I really love it. But other than that, like outside of jujitsu, the only thing that's been on my radar is kind of like ministry. I think that's super cool to me. So I feel like if jujitsu never went my way, then I would totally go into ministry.
That's cool. That's fun. Hey, and so I had the chance to talk to Josh Dawson, right?
Yeah.
So he's out
He's
there.
like my big brother.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's out there in California. Super nice and fun to talk to. But there's a couple of things where I see. I guess y'all are similar. He had talked about growing up in ministry, I suppose, and that's something that he had the opportunity to do. But he also was homeschooled, so he had more time to train and kind of do some other things. And that I'm sure that helps, right?
Oh yeah, he's definitely inspired me a lot. Like he used to drive me home from training some nights, so we got a lot of time to like talk. So he's definitely influenced me a lot. Like if I was like having a hard time, like wondering like if jiu-jitsu is really like going well for me, like he's always there. Like he has my back, and he knows that everyone else at the school has my back. So if I'm feeling like down or like I don't have the support I need, he's always there to remind me that like he's always going to support me like through it all.
Yeah. So he's out in California training for ADCC West Coast Trials. I believe it's coming up next month now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, how do you think he's going to do? I've been seeing all the videos, and he looks like he's ready.
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna do amazing. When he puts his mind to something, he can do it. Like I see him, he's training hard. He went all the way up there to get ready for it. I think he's gonna be ready. He's training with some of the best nogi athletes out there, so I think he's gonna do super well.
So Submissions on the Shore is taking place March 19th. It's on a Saturday in Texas City at the Booker T World Gym Arena. With ADCC trials coming up, this Submissions on the Shore, from what I understand, is all ADCC rule set. What do you know about it, and have you done it before? Are you excited for it?
I've never done ACs before. Yeah, I mean, I seem pretty excited. I definitely want to look at the rules more and kind of get a better understanding because I like briefly read their email. So, and like as far as I'm concerned, I'm still kind of just doing like the kids rule set, like all submissions above the waist, which is fine. It's fun, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to look into it more and see what's up.
Yeah. That. Would you prefer to have like more submissions, like leg locks and that stuff open to your match as well?
Yeah, I think leg locks are so fun. But so recently at Gracie Ball, Texas, Professor Lucas Valente has been doing a leg lock clinic class on Tuesday nights. So I've got a better understanding of leg locks. So I mean, I feel like it would be fun to do them, but
Yeah. I had reached out and I said, hey, is there like a drop-in fee? They're like, nope, Gracie Baja students only. I was like, okay, well, I'll be outside the window, with my video camera trying to get some footage of the secrets and stuff. But how was it? Was it a good turnout and a lot of good information?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of people there. I think we have 2 more weeks of it because he added an extra week to look at leg lock escapes, which I think is going to be super great because it's not really good to know leg locks if you don't know how to escape.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
but yeah, I definitely learned a lot more than I thought I knew.
Awesome. Okay. Who were some grapplers, male or female, that you look up to, whether you trained with them or know them there at Gracie Barra, Texas, or just from anywhere?
Okay, one of my people I like the biggest people I look up to is Professor Arion. Um, he's also like a big brother to me. We're super close, and he trains with me a lot. And then Professor Andresa and Lucas, of course, I think that they're super cool and they're amazing competitors, and they work really hard. Um, and then Kendall Russell, she's like definitely one of my jiu-jitsu idols. I love her so much. I think she's really cool and amazing. And then yeah, Cakes. He's definitely a big role model for me.
Yeah.
And
So,
Professor Jack, of course.
mm-hmm. Kendall Rusing, she's out in like Europe winning open
Mm-hmm.
titles and all that
All
stuff.
that.
Have you been following that?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. I saw she's just like posts on social media, and then I see like Josh and her training whenever she was in California. So it's really cool to keep up with
I know.
all of
I
those
know. I'm
things.
jealous of him. He gets to train with her.
Yeah, and I got to talk to him a couple times, and he talked about surfing. Surf here and surf over there, and just all a bunch of different places. But yeah, I'm a little bit jealous too of that, being out in California,
Yeah, me too.
being spoiled. But all right, so if you're just now joining, I'm talking to Miranda Allen. She trains out of Gracie Barra, Texas, over here in the Webster Clear Lake area. Been training for a bit. I guess, what kind of goals do you have long term for jiu-jitsu? You want to stick with it for a lifetime?
Yes. So my long-term goal, like my one of my life goals, is I want to get my black belt, hopefully under Professor Drac. And then I want to get my black belt world title.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the people that inspired me, because when I started jiu-jitsu, like it was kind of just for fun. I never thought it was gonna go this way. Like I never did. I never saw myself competing and doing super fights and talking like this about jiu-jitsu. So I never saw it. But once I was around the people I'm around all the time, like my family at GB, like I think that influenced a lot because of their support. Like that's what encouraged me to keep competing. So yeah, my long-term goal is to get my black belt world title, and I think that was influenced by Professor Andresa and watching her be able to do it, and then this past December watching her be able to do it again, and I think that's what influenced it. So that's definitely my long-term goal.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to share today?
I think that's it. Come watch my fight March 19th. It's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, so it's at the Booker T World Gym Arena in Texas City. Submissions on the shore. It'll be on Fight TV, so if you're not local, you can watch it from anywhere. And I think the link is actually live to where you can go ahead and order that pay-per-view. Miranda, thank you so much for joining today. I appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
This is